We just made a video about Gane and the Aspinall breakdown. I broke down every single strike in that fight and who was winning the first round, strike by strike. I tried to be as unbiased as possible. Go watch that breakdown. Great video. It was an inspiration from the Weasel. Gane did a lot better than we thought in the fight, right? We were picking Aspinall. We thought he would win easily. We were pleasantly surprised with what happened. We ended up getting a very competitive first round, a great fight. We saw Aspinall bleed probably for the first time in his career, which was really crazy to see. We were looking for a great fight, right? And now I actually think, and this is what people are not even understanding, they're hating on Tom so much here. We have a great buildup for a second fight now. I think the second fight is so much more interesting. Now we actually feel like it's close to a 50-50 matchup. No, I feel that way now going into this fight. I feel like the rematch is going to be so much
Fight
more
actually feels
interesting.
competitive, whereas this one just felt like Gane was being served up on a platter for Aspinall.
Exactly. There were some people saying, right, like, oh, you guys are underestimating Gane, but you guys were still, you knew Tom was the favorite. You were not confident really to say Gane could win. You would say he's going to be a
Yeah.
harder matchup than people think, but to say he would win was a stretch. I really didn't see anyone picking Gane. They were more saying, oh, it could be more competitive than you think. Now, I think we're going to see a lot of people picking Gane in this rematch based on how that
Yeah.
first round went.
I also think there's a lot of people that are having a bit of an overreaction to this fight. And I think the proper reaction is, oh, we have a competitive fight. I think the overreaction is Tom sucks, Gane's better, just kick Tom out. Tom's done. Tom's done. We don't care about him anymore. Boo, boo. That's the overreaction. And
Exactly.
I think we have both of those reactions going on right now. And I think we need to just, as MMA fans, we need to take a step back and everything that makes our sport entertaining, we need to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And we're going to have an entertaining build up to this fight. We're obviously extremely upset with how the first fight went, but we're going to have a great build up, and we need to be excited about that and be grateful for that.
I completely agree. We have a great fight lined up now. I think people are saying this killed the heavyweight division. What are you talking about? I think this actually made one of Tom's fights interesting. We have an interesting challenger for Aspinall now, right? We have a
It
guy
was the
that
most
actually,
entertaining thing to happen in the heavyweight division.
dude,
So
have you ever seen a fight in heavyweight look like that? That was incredible. They looked like two freaking welterweights in there. The way they were moving, the way they were
yeah,
kickboxing, so high level. You had Gane circling the outside, loose, 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 jab, leg kick, jab, 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 leg kick, left hand, step in. Tom throws a high kick, spinning heel kick to the body, low kick that almost takes Tom, lunges in, right hand. Gone slipped. Like, dude, this was high level. I've never seen speed like that. I've never seen movement like that.
it
It
was
was
elite striking.
it was elite striking. I'm super excited for this next fight. Tom looked, and I will say, Tom realized he wasn't ready for Gane. What do you mean? When Gane was landing jabs on Aspinall,
He's
Aspinall
throwing
looked like he
spinning
was having
kicks.
fun in the octagon. Am I crazy for that? He was smiling. He threw a
I
fake
think Aspinall
spin,
was
then high
excited to
fived
get
him.
some resistance.
Yeah, he was actually like,
It
dude,
was a fight.
this is a fun fight. Like this
It was
guy's
competitive.
it's competitive.
I think it awakened a competitive spirit in him, and I think I I just think that these overreactions are. I think this is what's wrong with the MMA community, and to all of you that will listen, because there's going to be a lot of people that just click off, and that they're commenting and all these things. But to those of you that will listen, please just listen to me right now. In the MMA community, we can't just sit here and call out fighters for something like this. He was two knuckles deep in his eye, getting gouged.
By the
I,
way, I can't physically show that for this video. We'll probably get demonetized.
yeah,
Or my
we will get taken down.
That's how graphic that eye poke
That's
was.
how graphic. I can't watch it without going, oh, like it's bad, guys. And so for us to sit here and act like Tom's a quitter when he had two knuckle deep fingers in his eyeballs, I I don't know what is wrong. I don't know what's wrong with this community. If we're so desensitized that we laugh at this and boo the fighters in this and boo the fighter Tom in this moment, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually and I was rooting for Tom, but my instant reaction when I saw Gon looking upset and I saw him like on the ground like this, my first reaction was shit. I feel bad for both of these guys because they both just went through like a 4 month training camp, 3 month training camp. Gon was having an incredible
Might
performance
be Gane's last shot, and he looked great.
just for this to
He
happen,
was looking great.
right?
Yeah.
And so I think on both sides, for us to boo and laugh at these fighters, be better. Like genuinely, be better. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pathetic.
It's pathetic and it's ridiculous. It's coming from a place where people have never fought, in my opinion. It's a hot take, but Aspinall should not have kept going. Honestly. What
Mhm.
does he have to do to why should he continue fighting? When he just got fouled, when Gane was attempting to foul over and over again, he was warned. Actually, Aspinall made a video of this. He was warned multiple times in that first round. Let's skip. So these people saying Aspinall quit,
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
look at this. 3-11 does this look like the end of the first round? When the eye poke actually occurred? No, that's so funny. It actually happened earlier in the fight, which is, that's ironic. What was Gane actually trying to do this a few times in the fight? I'm not insinuating anything, but look at the image.
We're
3-11.
simply posing the question and showing you an image. We're not taking a stance. We're not being
Yeah.
biased. Don't say anything. We're literally showing you an image and posing a question. And I think it's an interesting question to be thought about.
Yes. So look at this image. I'm going to cut to where here, DJ, you were saying in this clip, I will play the clip just so you guys see it.
Here, just yeah.
My hands are closed. In order for me to keep my balance, not go high kick, I have to open my hands, and I put my hands listen to this, on my opponent's face. Boom. That's a leg kick. That's a body kick. People don't realize that. And
Where in this image is Gane attempting a low kick?
That
DJ,
oh, there.
you just said when you throw a low kick, the instinct is to palm the face with your hand open.
Is it also a takedown defense?
Yeah, is it for takedown defense to just stick
Is it a takedown defense? Guy gets too close. When Chael Sonnen said, "I can't let you get close," did he gouge out his eyes? Like, is that the sport? We're not street fighting here, guys. This is a sport. This is not a bar fight. This is not two drunk dudes bashing beer bottles over each other's heads. This is a sport.
This is an illegal move.
Elite athletes at the top of their competition, and that right there is not technique.
This is an illegal move, clearly, in the rules. You cannot poke people's eyes. You can't. As much as you guys want to say Tom quit, it's an illegal move. If Ciryl busted his balls with a low kick, you guys would probably be giving a different tune, right? Because you feel that more. You know what that feels like. But you don't know how bad an eye poke is and how easy it is to eye poke someone if you really try to, right? This eye poke is knuckles deep. This one isn't. It's very close to getting eye poke. The actual eye poke, knuckles deep, right? I'm not going to show it. This is just YouTube. He's not actually eye poking him. The palm is on the face. Don't worry.
Palm is on the face.
Yeah, palm's on the face. It's not there. But people saying that he quit and he's a baby for it. Gane was attempting this throughout the first round. I'm not insinuating this, but he was, and I said this in my breakdown. I said Gane in the fight was doing this a few times. Whenever Aspinall will get close, either for takedown defense or in a boxing exchange, it really looked like, you guys can rewatch the fight too. Whenever they went in a boxing exchange, Ciryl did not throw and would cover up and would try and exit range. He knew not to box with Tom Aspinall in range. He knew that. He knew just as soon as it gets too close and in boxing range, exit out as fast as possible, right? So what he was trying to do, it looked like there's a speed difference. Instead of boxing, he would just try and like push him away, right? I said this in the breakdown. He just tried to push him away. You saw it a few times. He was like, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, with the takedowns and the boxing range exchanges. The problem with that is he was palming it right on his face. What happens if he misses by an inch with his hands? It's an inch lower, right in the eyes. That's the problem with that defense. And he was doing that quite a few times. Aspinall said he was getting warned throughout that first round not to do it, to not do what he just did again. He did it at the end of the fight, and it caused the end of the fight. I don't want to be mean here. I don't want to insinuate anything. I think he should have got disqualified. That was an illegal shot. The fight ended due to an illegal shot. It is not Tom's job to keep fighting. We're going to cut here to Anthony Smith and Chael Sonnen talking about the fight. We have here Anthony Smith and Chael Sonnen claim. We're going to go to Chael's claim here.
When the opportunity came to take a little bit of a break, you can use that and you can even game that system to catch your wind. But there was something about the way that the story was being told, the way that it was being held on the eye and never removed. I mean, don't forget this clot that he had in his eye contained an ice cube. Conversations that were taking place. There was a story that was being told, and I've checked out of fights before. I know what it looks like, and I knew that he was done.
Point that you have to be used to or willing to fight with one eye. I did it in Singapore. Everyone talks about it all the time, where the ladies waving stuff in front of my eyes. I can't see it. So what do? I just walk away and say, let's fight. You just like.
Okay. To both those points, we have Chael say Tom was looking for a way out. I see it clear as day. To Anthony Smith here saying Tom was looking for a way out, clear as day. You should be able to fight with one eye. You should be able to fight with one eye. Here's my counter to this argument. We're not all Michael Bisping, okay? If you're claiming that we should be used to fighting with one eye, they actually use Bisping as an example later in the video saying, oh, Bisping fought with one eye his whole career. Why can't you? Maybe because Bisping trained with one eye and knew how to fight with one eye. That's why, right? His whole training camps was he got used to fighting with one eye. He trained for it. I think Tom trained how to fight with two eyes, if I'm not wrong, right?
Not with blurry vision.
Not with one eye. He trained how to see from the left side of his face.
Also, it's not
the right side.
It's not the victim of an illegal shot's responsibility.
Exactly.
When Gane is the one that gouged out his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a point that everyone's kind of missing here. It's like, well, Tom should power through it, be tough, and it's like Tom just had two fingers gouge out his eyes. Why is it his responsibility when Gane could have just not done this? I'm just saying, in a fight, why are you doing this?
Let's be honest, there are fighters who never poke people's eyes their whole career. There are fighters that for some reason it happens quite a lot, when they fight. For some reason it happens all the time. Some fighters doesn't happen ever. So I'm not insinuating anything, but there are dirty fighters. There are good fighters, right? I think it's avoidable. I think when you illegally shot someone all the time, it's somewhat intentional, because there are fighters that for some reason through dozens of fights in their career don't have an illegal shot in their fights. I'm just saying. Also, to your point, Anthony Smith, Mr. Fight through it, I did it in Singapore. You also have a higher chance of losing the fight that way. Am I wrong with that? You have a higher chance of the fight going wrong. When has it ever gone right where the fighter got eye poked, decided to continue, and then won the fight, right? Let's look back at Kevin Holland's performance. He got nutshotted, decided to continue the fight. Looked like he was not even trying for the rest of it. Henry Cejudo tried to fight with an eye poke against Song Yadong, was running away for the rest of the round. Is that what you want?
Oh, I remember that.
Is that what you want Tom to do? Stay in there and lose? So you're saying DC eye poked Stipe in their first fight, and then it proceeds to get knocked out like instantly right after that. What's your point? You want him to fight and lose? Hey, bro, what? You should be a warrior and go out on your shield. Why should he go out in general? What are you talking about? If there is a higher chance now that he's compromised and he's probably going to lose, why take that chance now? And Gane doesn't have the same stuff happening to his eye. Maybe Tom should be able to eye poke him back. All right, let's fight now, right? If that's what we're saying. You guys should both be men. Hey, Gane, let's even this out. Now you get eye poked, and then let's fight this out now. Because only Aspinall not being able to see because of an illegal shot is ridiculous. Mr. Anthony Smith, I am super tough, and I do this for a living. I don't quit, Mr. Lionheart. This is your last 4 performances in the UFC.
Oh my gosh. Dude, the top 2 are rough. He's literally just folded. That's rough.
You have to watch these too, bro. Sorry. Like, George, if you actually watch these fights.
I did. I'm just saying, like,
no. Like, I mean, like, it's so ridiculous. This guy takes like a big shot and immediately just like enters fetal position. He just gets taken down or knocked down and then just goes like this and gets beat up for like 4 minutes and doesn't even move from the position. Anthony Smith, how did it work out for you when you try to tough your way out of it? How does it work out for you when you get fouled and you try to tough your way out of it? Let's talk about, if you remember, George, his title shot against John
I think
Jones.
that's what it always comes back to right there. Why is it Tom's responsibility to tough his way into a loss? We're not saying tough his way out of it, fight through some pain. Everyone fights through pain. It's mixed martial arts. We're basically saying if he's fighting with one eye, he's walking his way into a loss. Why is he obligated to do that after being on the receiving end of an illegal shot?
Exactly.
And I think that's kind of the whole synopsis, like the summary of this video is the narrative going on right now. Is Tom this, Tom that? And we're posing the question. We're not being biased.
What about Gane?
We're posing.
What
we're
about
posing
Gane?
question.
Where's the responsibility on Gane?
In regards to Aspinall, it's one word, why, and then number two is what about Gane? And that I think for me, like full stop, that is my question.
Yeah,
And
Anthony, I want to finish
I
this
don't know.
point because Anthony Smith also, he talked about toughing it out. If you watch the fight with Jones in this title fight, Jones illegally kneed him on the ground. And it was actually, they had a timeout. It was a really bad knee. He kneed him to a grounded opponent. John was beating him up and then landed an illegal knee. I know you didn't quit, Anthony Smith, right? And you pride yourself on that performance that you didn't quit. What ended up happening that you didn't quit? What ended up happening? You never got the title. You could have won the belt that way. I'm sorry. It's a shitty way to win the belt, but you never won the belt. And honestly, your career probably didn't turn out as good as it could have been with you having been champion. Look what happened to Aljo. He took the way out after the illegal knee. He defended his belt 3 times after that. Right? Defended his belt 3 times after that. Yeah, he's
And
sure.
he's one of the greats of the division as a result.
But why is it that we have to lose to be tough? Hey man, why are you actually wanting to win this fight, bro? Go out there and lose. Go out there and lose, bro. Take the L. Take the L like a fucking man, bro. No. We don't want to take the L like a man, right? Tom doesn't want to take an L like a man.
If Tom gets beat man to man, he will take the L like a man. If Tom gets his fucking eyes, sorry, YouTube. If Tom gets his damn eyes gouged out, it's a completely different thing.
Everyone knows this about Anthony Smith. Like this guy, every fight, it's so funny. We like predict what's gonna happen, and then it happens. This position just happens every fight that he's in. Every fight. Sometimes he'll just, dude, George. There are times he shoots a takedown, he initiates it, and ends up in this position for the rest of the round. How does this happen? How does that happen every time? And you're talking about being tough. Enough of Anthony Smith and his talking about the heavyweight champion quitting. Now we're getting these stupid narratives that are ruining the possible rematch and honestly making the situation worse than it is. We're all disappointed with how it ended. All of us. But you calling Tom a quitter because an illegal shot Gane landed, where he used his eye, as MMA Guru quoted, as a bowling ball. All he needed was the thumb in the mouth. Why are we saying Gane dominated Aspinall in this fight?
Here. With that narrative,
He looked great. But
I think what we should say is this. Gane looked really good. And he looked way better than Danny and I thought he would look.
Yes, 100%.
Like Gane, props
Looked
to him.
incredible.
He looked great. He looked incredible. But that just because he looked incredible doesn't take anything away from Tom. Also, just because Tom looked great doesn't take anything away from Gane. This looked like the heavyweight championship of the world. The two best fighters, the two biggest fighters going at it in an equal fight. That does not mean that, oh, by the way, look at this. Look at this. He's spinning his head around, by the way.
Look at this shot.
If you guys want to see this, go to our last video. Danny, I wasn't even in it. It was just Danny. Danny literally spent the whole weekend after this fight happened, locked away in his room, breaking the fight down frame by frame, and that video is amazing. So we're going to briefly touch on it here, but if you really want the in-depth analysis, go watch that video right now. Give us some views. Like that video, Danny, Props. I'm
Drop a
gonna glaze
like
it
too on
back.
that video. You guys are watching, getting some subs, but there's no likes. Like the video, guys, please.
Yeah, seriously, like our videos. All right, but I do want to talk about this one frame here. I think this frame here shows some of the power of Aspinall. Look at this. Look at Gane's feet. His feet, he's about to stumble. In the next frame, he stumbles.
Look
He's
at where
spinning
his feet
head around.
starts. So look at where it is in terms of the front of the black line, right?
What we can see with this, look at, I'm not going to break it down from like a technique perspective on Aspinall, but look at how Aspinall is literally spinning his head around. Gane is fully turned. His feet, I'm not going to stand up and show you, but his feet that's not a fighting stance. That's a I just got my shit rocked stance. And in the next frame, he stumbles behind that black line that Danny just mentioned. And
Look at where he ended up after that shot. Look at that, guys. And I want to break down some comments. Tom didn't land clean. This is one shot. I made a whole breakdown last video. Go watch it. Tom landed about 10 significant strikes, like big shots on Gane in the fight. This is one of them as an example. Watch where the punch connects. Anyone saying that Tom didn't land anything clean, look at this shot. What is he hitting then? Is he hitting the air? What does Gane end up from here to here with? Nothing? Am I crazy right now, George? I don't understand. I'm seeing him land this right hand. Spin his head around.
he's landing. It's landing.
How does he end up here? Like this.
You hit him in the face.
So I don't mind the narrative that this was extremely competitive, that Gane was winning the first round. To say he was dominating and Aspinall did not land anything clean. Explain to me in the comment section, what is this shot right here?
Mm-hmm.
And I can bring up multiple more. I brought up multiple more in the other video.
I really want to
Please.
to now like kind of to round everything out. I want to turn this to the viewers. Any of you that are still watching, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I want you to look at this frame. I want you to look at everything we've said so far, and I want you to tell us what you think. Like, put in the comment section right now. Agree, disagree. We don't care. We just love the dialogue. Give us the dialogue. What do you think? Where do you stand? Are you excited for the rematch? And that, I think, is the key. Because we can sit here and talk about this one round for so long. But in the end, it doesn't matter anymore. And what matters is the fact there's a rematch coming up. What do you think is going to happen? And who do you think has the leg up based on this one round? That's kind of the last thing I have to say. Because, and by the way, anyone that says Tom didn't land clean, what the hell is happening in this photo then?
What is happening here? I'm going to show this again. 2 more times for you guys to see. Right hand, right on the chin. Gane starts before the black line. About the right side of this octagon right here, octagon side. He ends up, or actually towards the left side, he ends up on the right side behind the line. Jones fans, I know you were really happy with how this performance went, but you are going to start creating division and hate towards your fan base if you lie. He did land shots on Gane. Gane landed shots on Aspinall, made Aspinall's nose bleed. He may have been ahead on the fight in the judges' scorecards, right? He may have been because of the visual damage. But when you deny these shots right here, I'm going to play it again and again. Explain to me what is happening in this photo. Let me ask you, I want to really test the audience here. If Aspinall knocked him out with this shot right here, or wobbled him, then would you have said the shot landed? So you're telling me Aspinall has to knock his opponents out cold for his shots to land. Did Aspinall get knocked out by the jabs? He's still standing.
No, but all acknowledge they landed.
But they landed. They are shots that cause damage. Damage does not always mean that one has to go out cold. Gane took the shots well. He did. But they landed very cleanly. Look again. Oh, Anthony Smith, dominated. Look. Again and again. If you are saying that's not landing, you are lying and being disingenuous. When you lie and be disingenuous, you lose credibility in the MMA community. You cause hate towards your fan base. I'm sorry, but we're sick of this. We're sick of lying. He landed this punch. he landed a lot more other shots that I go through in the last video. Guys, let's be real here. It was a competitive first round, very high level first round. I'm very excited for the rematch, super excited for the rematch. I have Aspinall 70-30. I think Aspinall has a 70% chance of winning this rematch. I don't mind a 50-50 narrative going in here. 60-40 Gane, even if you have it for slightly for Gane. I don't mind it. Last fight, maybe I minded it. This one, you know what? I can see how he causes problems. But to be disingenuous and say Gane was dominating, Aspinall has no chance in this rematch. I want to roll to MMA Guru here. Hold on. Now we cut here to MMA Guru talking with DJ. He calls out Gane for cheating in multiple fights, and I have to agree. We're going to cut to a shot too after this talking point right here about Gane cheating, which happens in a lot of fights.
But they were showing the JDS finish, the Tuivasa finish, the Spivak finish, the Derek Lewis finish, and I'm thinking like, a lot of these punches going right to the back of the head, Gane. Non-stop. He's clubbing these guys over the back of the head. So I think that's where a lot of the backlash of like Gane can't help it is coming from. Is because
Go to the Tuivasa finish.
Look at where that shot is landing. Look at that shot. Gane is notorious for this. I can go back to the Jones fight. He nutshotted him right away into the round.
Everyone that does it accountable. It's not that difficult. Just don't play favorites.
Don't play favorites.
Hold them accountable.
Yep.
If my favorite fighter is Ilia Topuria, if Ilia Topuria fights Paddy Pimblett and he kicks him right in the dick, and he kicks him right in the nuts, I'm going to call him out for it. Maybe you shouldn't do that, Ilia. If you want to hit him, if you want to do that, go catch him in the street. If you want to do that, go settle it in a bar somewhere. You versus him, like no rules. But if you're going to fight in the UFC cage, there's a set of rules you play under. It's a sport. We're not animals. This is a sport. This is not street fighting. This is not military fighting. This isn't
about being tough also. Like, these are professional fighters. Like, if you are compromised, you will lose. It's not a street fight. You're not fighting untrained individuals who you can even beat with your eyes gouged out.
He's fighting the second best heavyweight in the world behind himself. And if he fights
if they see any weakness, any mistakes, you will get finished. And there is a lot higher probability of that happening with one eye. If you can't see, you can't see. This is a sport. It's not a street fight. You are fighting professionals, trained killers. Yeah. You give any ounce, they're taking it. I've barely seen people get eye poked really badly and win fights. Do you see it? I never see it. They always lose.
Never.
They always lose the fight right after that.
They always get commended for being tough, and then they lose because they can't see. So they're like,
Exactly.
And they're like kind of covering themselves like this, tucking away, jab, run around. Look at Cejudo versus Yadong. But here,
listen, I'm going to be honest too. Let's talk about Volk and Yair. Bro, Volk headbutted him in the third round. Yair was piecing him up in the third. Volk headbutted him really badly with a headbutt. Rocked Yair. Ref was like, continue. He didn't even give time to Yair. What happened, George, 30 seconds later? Volk dinged him with a huge right hand, finished the fight. It just seems like it's not a coincidence. If you get rocked, you will most likely get finished. Why do you have to take that chance as the heavyweight champion, lose half your pay, lose credibility?
That's the thing, is you don't, especially when you come from the financial situation that Aspinall comes from. Why is he obligated to throw away money out of his own pocket because someone else did an illegal strike?
It always feels like in this society, we forget about the victim here, right? We are looking at what's best for the guy that committed the crime. There needs to be justice sometimes, right? Honestly, no contest, deserved, whatever. I think he should have gone to DQ. You should not be able to foul. It's a foul for a reason. It's not allowed.
I agree.
It's not allowed. Guys, let's not ruin that what could be a great fight coming up and just make this stupid narrative that Tom is a baby and has no chance. I'm more hyped for this. You doing this now, it makes me honestly not even want to give Gane the shot. You guys doing all this stuff. He's the one that cheated. You guys want to act like this? You can go fucking fight Almeida. Give him Almeida. Have him get held down on the ground for 3 rounds.
All right. Peace out, guys.
All right. Peace out. All love. Watch the other video.
Peace out.